Yo, what is going on today, guys? It is Sam, better known as Samito, back on the Mineplex Games channel, a channel that I actually started back in 2016 when I was an admin. It's been a long time since you guys have seen me in the Mineplex scene, right? Or a developer update for that matter, but this is going to be our first one, and I really want to show you guys the new Mineplex. Let me make it clear, the Mineplex has changed as of today. We are different, we are ready, we are eager, we are ambitious, and we're so excited to bring back this game company that did so much for so many people, including myself. So, you know, I want to talk a little bit about why I bought Mineplex. It made me. Mineplex made me, guys. It got me through the darkest point of my life in high school. Messy divorce. I had to move 3 times in 1 year. My best friend passed away. And I was broken, to be honest with you. I was in a very, very dark place. And in my lowest moments, when I was alone and felt awful, the friends that I built in Mineplex and the games here allowed me to make something out of myself and make a competitor out of me and build myself up from nothing in my worst moments. And that's invaluable to me. And ever since that day, I knew I wanted to get into game design. I knew I wanted to create something like Mineplex that would be able to make so many people's lives across the world better. Right? And that's what it's about for me. That's what we want to do here. And that's essential to success and giving back to the world and the gaming industry that's changed so many lives and let me make lifelong friends that I don't know where I would be without them across the entire scope of the gaming industry. Like, this was the foundation that built me. And I knew after it closed down that if I let it go to nothing, I would regret it the rest of my life. Right? This is me. This is what I owe this network and what I owe this company for being there for me when I needed them the most. I then, in return, had to be there for it when it needed me the most. And so we're ready. We are ready to roll, and we want to be there for you guys and let you guys build some lifelong memories just like we did. The passion's here, the fire in the belly's here, and we are ready to execute for you guys. But that being said, let's go ahead and talk about where things are at, just full transparency about what's going on. So we're still getting back and forth the final legal documents to make sure it's, ready to go. As of right now, I still am a majority owner, but we're still, tracking down the other owners, tracking down the documents, getting things signed and getting ready to go. Before we launch again, the number one thing that we need to hear back from is Microsoft, right? Because we need to renegotiate I'm not sure what exactly we need to do, but we need to get back in their partner program on Bedrock. Java is still ways away. We need to get Bedrock up first. So obviously we love the people at Microsoft. We're very keen to hear back from them and get the ball rolling. So before that ball gets rolling, it's really going to depend on when we hear back from them about getting Mineplex back on the featured server list, right? Because we've got a lot of good ideas, a lot of good games that I've been cooking up, and I've been thinking about a lot this weekend, a lot of internal discussions. Barely slept all week, but we've got a lot on the table for what we want to do here, guys. And the first thing first, we need to hear back from Microsoft. So if anybody from Microsoft sees this, we're ready to talk to you. We're going to do whatever it takes to get back and get the ball rolling. We love you all, and thank you for all the fantastic years. We're really excited to continue that relationship if you will have us. So you guys, just full transparency, that's where we're at. Number 2, we get asked this all the time, okay? What about our stats? What about our ranks? Are we going to get our ranks back? Blah, 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 blah. As of right now, we are getting that data back, right? It's there. It's safe. Nobody's losing their rank. Nobody's losing their stats, right? Obviously, 99% chance. Like, we don't have it in our hands yet. We're going to be sorting that out this week. But yeah, it's there, and we're working on that right now. So there's just a quick update on that, full transparency. That's what's going on that front. The next question I get asked constantly is, where's Java? Like, obviously, I was a Java player. Everybody knows that. I grew up on Java, as did many of you. Java is a little bit away, right? I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, we're doing Java, we're doing all this stuff. We'll have more updates on what the deal is with Java in a developer update in the coming weeks, right? Because again, we really want to focus on that transparency. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait on Java and see where things are at, because I don't want to just relaunch Java in the state it was. Like, the reality was, it was dead, right? Nobody was really playing it. It didn't get updates for years. And if I'm gonna relaunch it, it's got to be good. It's got to be quality, right? Like, Mineplex used to have this quality to it that was so good, and as time went on and people went their separate ways, that quality really fell off. And I'm not comfortable or okay with launching it like that. We're a new team. We want to pride ourselves on our excellence. And I will say, without leaking, we're cooking some stuff up here. That's all I'll say. There's nothing to talk about yet, because I want to make sure that we can deliver, right? Because so many titles out there have actually just overpromised, I guess for investors' sake, and underdelivered. And I just don't want to do that, guys. I was a Mineplex player myself. I know what these games are like, and I want them to be good. That being said, I'll keep it a buck with you. I've had a lot of fun imagining what I could do with Super Smash mobs, with a lot of the new mobs in the game. I have had a lot of fun doing that, and I was shocked as to how many people were very excited for Java. And I'm not going to lie, it was pretty low on my list at the start, but given how popular the reception was for it, it's definitely jumped back up there. But unfortunately, like I said, right now, we're still waiting to hear back from Microsoft, and that's number one, and getting Bedrock operational, because at the end of the day, this is a business, and we got to make sure that we get some cash flow going before we can really reinvest it right back into the company, which is what our plan is, right? We're not going to be taking the money and pocketing it. We're probably going to be putting almost all of it right back into the company to get it back to where it was, because that's what it needs. It needs the love and the care that it deserves. So that's where we're at on that front. Next question I've been asked is from a lot of staff members saying, well, what are you going to do with us? Blah, 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 blah. We have a kind of an idea. We haven't decided yet. We know that we're going to shift away from the larger volunteer model to a smaller, like paid team, right? Which we will be opening applications for all current staff members to apply for, right? But right now we're focused on making the transition, and I should have been more transparent about that with you guys. But again, there's an order of operations to all this, and we need to make sure we were securing all of our back-end stuff, getting the proper ownerships passed over. So yeah, that's on me for not being as transparent as I could be with the staff. But again, there's so much stuff going on with the announcements, figuring out who's going to be back and who's in what position, that we just kind of had to get that done first. And that just kind of is what it is. But listen, guys, I just want to make it clear about the expectations here and how excited we are to bring this back. Things are going to be very different around Mineplex, and I think you're going to start to notice them. Maybe you already have started to notice them as time goes on. And we were a committed, active team. I pulled on some great developers from the greater world out there who are very, very sharp and very, very smart. Obviously, Apple G is back to help us deal with the business side of things. Because again, we have a very smart, passionate team. We have very, very smart developers who have worked in very, very high fields in the corporate world that are personal friends of mine. I know how competent they are, and I know how hard they work. They're grinders, and that's what this company needs. It needs some grinders who are really committed to making this stuff good. And most important, they're also gamers too. You got to get some gamers in there, because they understand how frustrating some things can be in the industry, and how what the quality standard needs to be. But no, like, the expectations have changed. We got Caleb back. Chiss is back as well. He's going to be helping us out on the back end. And again, Chiss is going to be in a very minor role, but just his advice, helping us, quote to his quote, navigate his spaghetti. The spaghetti code, he said. But no, we're really grateful to have him back. He did so much for this community, guys, and you guys know how much we love Chiss. Even though he would abuse my base and clans pretty consistently, I haven't forgotten about that, buddy. Your official neighborhood cat is back, so thank you for coming back, Chiss. And look, guys, we got a lot of exciting things for you all, and it's going to give us some time. It's going to take some time to cook them up and execute, but just full disclosure, that's where we're at. And I will say now, this is what I can confirm about Java. We are redoing our infrastructure to make it more up-to-date and better. And I'm not going to give you the details on it yet, but that's what we're going to say for now. That's what we're going to say for soon. TM. I guess some things never do change, do they? But yeah, no, our plans to execute here, get things done. But yeah, we're really waiting to hear back from Microsoft. We've got a good idea. We've got our data for you guys, and it's going to be step by step here to get us back to where we want to be. But I'll be in touch with you guys as much as I can. Thank you all so much. We love you, and thank you for the years of support to Microsoft as well. We're ready to roll, and I just want to let you guys know that we're here for you. We're ready, and we're committed. So thank you so much for all the insane support this weekend. We're going to make this one of the best stories in gaming history of how things can come full circle in life, because I never expected to be back. But so, sometimes, there's a saying, right? There's an old saying from one of the billionaires in Kentucky who founded Jif Peanut Butter and Humana. His name was W.T. Young, right? And he had a line that he would tell everybody, and he would say, always take the cookies when they're passed around the table, right? You're at the dinner table, people are taking the cookie tray, they're passing around. He said, always take the cookies when they're passed, because when that tray comes back around the table, you don't know what's going to be there, right? So take opportunities in life, guys. That's what it's all about, and that's why I'm here. And I hope you guys can go live the life to your best of your abilities, and we can support you in any way we can and give you some good memories along the way. So we love you. Thank you so much. Get ready to roll, guys. Mineplex is freaking back, baby.